Hey there, it's Crafty Jennybug, and I'm back again for another Dephemerember prompt. Bam. In case you aren't aware, Dephemerember is a daily ephemera prompt list hosted by Louisa Heinzel and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. I will link both of their Dephemerember playlists below, and you can find out more. They've been doing this 4 years now. I've been participating for 3 years, and this is probably the highlight of the year for me. I don't know what that says about my social life, but I do so enjoy their prompts. So today is the 3rd, and we are making a layered tag and retro film strip. That's today's prompt. So, layered tag, retro film strip. Okay. Think about that for a minute. Now, the ladies have both offered freebies today. Louisa has this film strip with, they have a Dephemerember song, y'all. They made a song for Dephemerember, and the words on here are lyrics written by Barbara and Louisa in their handwriting. So I wanted to include that because that is quite perfect. And then Louisa also offered these vintage images, which I also may use. I love this one. And I have a sticker I found that I think I want to use with that picture specifically, but I will likely use more of these. I don't have any old photos myself, so can't really use my own. So this was very sweet of her to offer. And she has a few different printables that she's made for sale, and she provided ideas for how to use some of these, or if you were looking for more images, those are the names of some of her printables that could coincide with these images. And then Barbara, I'm so zoomed in, I'm sorry. There we go. Barbara offered these retro film strips, and I printed this on, I believe this is onion dyed paper. I thought that would give it a really fun vintagey vibe. And yeah, so what I want to do is I want to take one of these and turn it into a belly band for my layered tag. Break out my journal. In case you don't know, this Dephemerember journal was made for me by Glitter Gammy, and I will link her Etsy shop down below. She and I did a journal swap for Dephemerember. And I absolutely love this journal that she made for me. I want to find a page that will do well with a belly band. So we figured out a page. Yay! And then I don't necessarily want it to be cut off on the end. So I say we cut it. So there is going to be the film strip belly band. But I need it to be taller. So what can we back it on? I want some fabric. I want to layer the belly band as well. We're going to go nuts with the layers today. I like the idea of using this. Oh, hold up. That might make an interesting belly band. This paper is the result of me using matte gel and a clothing pattern that it was missing parts. So it didn't have all of the pieces needed to complete it, so I repurposed it by gluing it onto a piece of cardstock. I think I kind of like that. Let's just cut this. It's too long. So I need to trim it. Okay, that's better. And then this will go on top. Okay, now can I staple it? Nope. Maybe. I kind of like the idea of some staples, but this being where it is, that's not going to work. So I could I could sew it. That could work. That would go with, I could sew across the top and bottom. I'm going to take this and sew across the top, and maybe I should sew around the whole thing. I'm going to sew around this in some capacity, and you'll see what I do when I bring it back. All right, all right, all right. I sewed around it all kinds of crazy. I did a zigzag stitch on the top and the bottom. I started with a zigzag, and I did straight stitch down, and I can't sew in a straight line, y'all, so it got a little crazy. Did the zigzag, and then I came back up, and I said, maybe I'll do more. So I did a straight stitch across, and then I started going down and up and down and up and down and up. And that's how that happened. But you're not going to see a whole lot of it anyway once this is on here, right? Now I can't decide if I want to cut these out with a craft knife and then make them look like pictures, or if I should just glue something on top. So this, why am I struggling with this so hard today? Let me start working on the tag. If this is going to be so difficult, I want to work on the tag. Pivot. All right, I may have this figured out. So I have a lot of brown going on here, and there will be more brown in these from these, right? I want more contrast. So I'm going to use a piece of black cardstock as the base of my layered tag. So this was just floating around in my scrap box next to me. I've got to use up those scraps, right? So how big do I want this tag to be? I want it small enough to fit in the belly band. Here's my pencil. So like here, and then I want it wide enough to stick out of my belly band. Not too much, we won't go any wider than that. The idea is get going in there like that. So let's make this a little shorter. I found this in my scrap box, and it is a stencil negative where I cleaned this tree stencil on this paper. So basically I laid the stencil down on paper, sprayed Distress Oxide inks, it looks like walnut stain, threw it, and then picked up my stencil and set it on this paper, squished it down to clean the stencil off and also to get this beautiful negative. And I think, since I'm going with a family theme, family tree, I think that works. That's more what I wanted. Let's ink that up. I'll use some walnut stain. Beautiful. Now I'm going to glue this down with a glue stick. All right, I am going to sew around this. I'll be right back. All right, here's what we've got. I went around it 3 times with some really wonky stitching, i.e. I can't sew in a straight line, so I made it work for me. And I'm digging that a lot, actually. So the question is now, do I want to rough up the edges of this to make them kind of match? Or do I like it like that? Let's figure out the next step first before I go making decisions like that. Okay, so this is a layered tag, right? I have this doily, and I used it to spray through to get the doily pattern on things using various dilutions, shimmer sprays, and distress mica stain sprays, and probably some other distress oxide sprays and spray stains, but it's super shimmery. And I definitely want it as a layer, but I don't know that I want it on this layer. Maybe on the back. Ooh, I like that. That may be a contender, but I'm overwhelmed with my emotion. I'm overwhelmed with options right now. So, what I know I want are a couple of these pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those out and cut these. I'm just going to cut these things out and then we'll come back and play, okay? All right. I got all these cut out. And so these three images are speaking to me. And what they're saying is that these two are in love. And here they are with their little kid who grows up into this kid. And I really like that. I want to tell that story somehow on this tag. Here we have a love story of a family. These two are in love. They're at the base of the family tree. Going up, we have them with their little one. And then the little one is in the branches when he is older. So I think this is really sweet. And I'm going to layer some more things around and behind the pictures. And the first thing I love the idea of this shiny doily on this side behind this picture. I don't know why, but it makes me so happy. So that's what we're going to do first. Yeah, first thing we're going to do is glue this down. Let me just get glue stick. That is probably the easiest way to make that do. And then I will trim this off. I just love that. I can't explain why I love it so much, but that just does something for me. So we have the little family kiddo. Part of me kind of wants to grunge up the edges of these pictures so that they're not quite so square. What to layer? What to layer? Could do a little bit of this. Okay, let's try trimming this. I don't want it on their picture, but I do like it like that. So let's take this, and I just want to, these white areas, I want them to not be so white. This is my walnut stain inker. And then I will there we go. Just make that look a little more aged. All right. Here is what I have figured out so far. I cut out a few of Louise's printables, the film strips, and I have inked them, and I really like the way they are. So I'm going to go ahead and glue them down using some Elmer's glue before I feel like I've messed anything else up. Actually, let me do it this way. Barbara's top-down method. And then I found this little number 3. Looks like a little tag. I love it. And I like it here because they're a little family of 3. How cute is that? Do I want the little, I think I want the little 3 on top. Yes. Okay, let's just glue that down. Or do I want a little, ooh, a little cheesecloth behind the 3? You know, I have some over here from yesterday. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. That is so cute. Okay, yes, yes, yes. And I have this little piece. It says binding on it, and I think that is really cute. Up here above these guys in love. We're bound by love right underneath him. He's so cute. He looks so sad. I wish he were happier. Played around with a little bit of this underneath his head, but that makes it so bulky. What if I put it on top? No, not gonna work. But I could do a little more cheesecloth under him, or a little bit of this fabric from yesterday. Get a little bit more texture in there. What do we think? What do we think? I like that. I also considered putting a little bit of that fabric over here because it came from what looked like a christening gown. What else do we have? I also have these little flowers. These are dried hydrangeas. I pressed, and I think they would be cute. I also have my scrap container next to me. Would that be cute? I don't know about that, but I do want more layers. Maybe something like that. I really like this. This is so cute. Okay, let's see what else do we have in here that might add a little bit, because I've got some green over here. I kind of want to bring, I mean, these will definitely bring in some green. Let's try it this way. Oh, I think I like it better like that. Wonderful. And then the flower on the end. Okay. That, I love it. Eee. Okay. Okay, so these guys, I think that's good for these, for this one. So let me go ahead and glue that down, and then I'll figure out this kiddo. Okay, and then this guy, I think I might want to squish him down a little bit. Why are you sticking? Because the sticker I want on top is kind of big. This came from the Dollar Tree, and I like this family one. I can scoot him up. I can add some layers underneath there. What should we add? I think I just like it maybe by itself, maybe with a little cheesecloth. Looks like a little nest almost. Maybe some brown thread. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. All right, let me glue that down. Gotta let that dry. I decided I want some writing space on the back of this tag. And let's see. This is some paper bag. Zoom you out. This is some paper bag that was in my scrap box. And it is about the length, or about the width I want it to be that way. So let me mark it. So we got that. Get out of here, you. We got that. Get out of here, you. That was what I was looking for. Sweet. Now, let's ink this up. And that gives me a little writing spot on the back. So that's got some drying to do. Oh my gosh, I think it's so pretty. Well, yeah, let's let that dry. But I'm really, really pleased with how that's coming out. And then let's focus some attention on the belly band. I think actually I'm gonna have to wait for this to dry so that I can make sure I get the belly band high enough to accommodate it needs to be able to accommodate, and I want to make sure I have enough space. So we got some drying time ahead of us, which is fine because I got to get ready to get the kiddo from school. I got to figure out what I'm doing with this too. I might just do a big butterfly or something on it, or a magazine flower. Ooh. I'll be back. I got some thinking to do. All right, it's a few hours later, and this has dried in the meantime. I love it so much. It is so tactilely, that's not a word. It is textured and layered and a lot of fun. I'm very pleased with this. The back looks like this. I might actually, okay, I just thought of something. This is very brown. I like it, but I have this, and this has a stencil that looks like wood. Coincidentally, I also wanted to use these some of these flowers, or at least one of these flowers, maybe. Oh, yes. Maybe I don't need, maybe that. I like that a lot. I'm not even going to stamp on it. I was thinking about a flower, but no. Nope. That works perfectly. We got this. I want to do a little of this. Maybe I should have done a different color. Maybe some green would have been nice. Yeah, let's do that. I don't use the other colors I have as much. Ooh, some forest moss. Gimme. Okay, background. It's kind of blank, kind of plain. Let's jazz it up a bit. I have this stamp that came from Amazon. Don't have a link for it, but I think it would be cool to have some stamping. Ooh, nope. Let's see what we got. How about just in some frayed burlap? Let's do it this way. I inked it light spritz, even though it is distress, or it's permanent ink. Maybe it'll watery. Maybe it'll get a little watery. Yep, that's what I wanted. Okay, that works better for me. Yay. Now let's see. If I put this in here, first of all, let's move this. It's kind of a pain to get in and out. So, a couple of things are happening here. This is catching. We don't want to lose all of that gorgeous layery goodness. Yep, that'll work. And then we're just going to glue. Let's use tacky glue. It'll grip faster. It'll take longer to dry, but it'll grip faster. But now the issue is it's tight. So I will, do I have any foam? I will take this and I'm going to trim this cut this cardstock and I'm going to fold it. Just like you would a pocket that you needed to make, except something thicker. We're gonna just glue that right on there. And I'm gonna make one for this side. Okay, and let's see if this works the way I hope it will. And then I will glue that down like that, and that's going to raise it just like you would need for a thicker, yeah, that's going to be a lot easier. Perfect. So then we're just going to glue on these little flaps. If my thoughts are correct, yep, it goes right in. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now I got to figure out how I want to decorate this. I figured it out. Got it figured out. Okay. This film strip, I'm just going to glue down. Okay. We got that. Glued down. And then I have this flower I made from magazine cuttings. So I have a video showing how I do this. I can link it down below. And these are just images from magazines I cut into flower shapes and glued together, more layers. And I have a little brad in it, and I thought it looked so good right here, especially with the little bit of green and the reddish tones. Like, it just, is that not perfect? Okay, but before we glue it down, I'm going to take some of this lace with flowers on it, and I'm going to, I mean, how gorgeous is that? So I'm going to just kind of loosely cut around. Oh, you can't even see, I'm sorry. I was trying to look, because, you know, it might be slightly important if I see what I'm doing. So we've got that. Oh, I wish I had done it a little bit more wonky, because now I've got this weird spot. Let's see. What happens if I add another? No, I don't like that. What if I do this? There we go. Yep, that's better. And I definitely want to add some threads. I'm just gonna go through these threads off camera and I'll show you what I've glued together when I'm done. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Well, I think I have achieved what I set out to complete today. It took all day, but I've done it. So, today's prompt was, let's check. layered tag and retro film strip. We have a tag that has many layers on the front and the back, and it tells an amazing story. We have retro film strip provided by Louisa and a retro film strip provided by Barbara. I'm very pleased. Yay! So that wraps this up. All right then. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had a lot of fun with this, despite trying to overthink it in a few occasions. Be sure to check out Barbara and Louisa's amazing work. They do great things with a prompt list. And you can always search by hashtag Dephemerember to get other videos here on YouTube, or if you're on Instagram, you can search by the hashtag Dephemerember to see what other people are making. And yeah, if you want to get in on the fun, it's never too late. There are no rules, just have fun. And the prompt lists are always up for however you interpret them. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.